Hey y'all, it's Miss Fierce with Meetings and Mimosas. March is all about the come up, so we have Elicionne here to talk about her come up in Atlanta. So Elicionne, tell us what you do.
Oh gosh, what don't I do?
Yeah.
I do radio, artist development, online PR. I can model sometimes. That's how I started out.
Yeah.
Modeling. So I do a little bit of modeling here and there. I'm getting into artist management. That's one thing. I'm an A&R for a record label. CME. I do it all. I do it all. When it comes to music, I do it all.
Yeah, so music is your main thing that you love. What kind of drew you to the passion of music?
Okay, funny story. So when I first started out, I started out in modeling. Modeling to like thousands. Like we had a, back home, I'm from Seattle. So we have this thing called Summer Jam. So it's like once a year, and they have a fashion show with hella artists, like from Lil Wayne, the Beyonces, everything. And what they have is a fashion show during it. So I would do that every year, and then, you know, amongst all the other runway shit. But when I came here, it was like, oh my gosh, music. But okay, funny story, I know. Okay, so I started out managing a cousin of mine's, and I didn't know nothing. Just know I was like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Like, so throughout that whole transition of really trying to figure it out, I stopped managing her because I didn't know nothing. But in the midst of everything, I met a lot of people that like mentor me now. And you know, I was doing my damn thing. I had my artists in the club every night performing. I had people giving out her CDs, so I had the right notion, but I just didn't know what to do with it, you know. So then I came here, and
from where?
From Seattle. Well, yeah, from Seattle. And I met my boyfriend, and I don't know, it was just kind of like, you know, I was already dealing with people that were in the industry, that were doing things, but to be like right next to someone pushing music and be right next to their manager and picking up all the different things that they know, it's like, oh, I know this already. That's connecting the dots. Oh, that's what they were talking about. So once I got here, and I met my boyfriend, fiance, my man, maybe 2 months after moving here. And ever since then, I just been in the industry. As far as radio, that just kind of, we went to a radio interview for Extreme, and the PD of the station, they're like, man, we're looking for new personalities, basically. And I'm like, I need I need to do this. And so ever since then, I've been in radio. And of course, being in radio, you learn the different areas where you can maneuver outside of radio, inside of radio, down the mile from radio, you know? So that's how it's.
Side note, we have a radio show on Tuesdays from 5 to 7, and every other Wednesday we have Baddies Incorporated, so we do radio together. So how long have you, well, when you first started, it was obviously rocky, you said you didn't know what the hell you were doing. Like, how long was the process to get to where you're at now? To now you have multiple artists, and you have your radio personalities, you have your own radio show. Like, what was that gap?
Okay, so it's been like 10 years now. Like literally because I've been here in Atlanta for like 6 years now. And before that, before I came here, that's what I was like doing. And then I lived in Dallas for a year, and I was working under Black Star Moguls. It's one of the #1 promotional companies in Dallas. And with that, it kind of gave me the insight on the clubs and stuff too.
Yeah.
So I would say it's like about 10 years.
Yeah.
To get to here. I mean, to actually figure it
Execute
out and
it.
know, like,
Yeah.
what the fuck I'm doing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I would say 10 years.
Okay. What was your biggest hurdle? Like one of those what the fuck moments, or what happened that was just like, well, damn.
Biggest hurdle was basically just figuring it out and like going through different lanes. Like, for instance, you'll have an artist and you'll think that this is the way for them until you get all the way down that lane. You're like, damn it,
It's not right.
it's not right.
Right.
So that was one of my biggest hurdles, just honing in on my craft. Like,
Right.
really saying, okay, these are the different ways. You really looking at artists and saying, okay, what's my vision, not just what needs to be done.
Right.
What's my vision, and how can I execute and make this person a star?
Right.
You know? And that was my biggest, like, just figuring out what each artist needs.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
How hard is it to like manage your own life and your own career and your own businesses and be managing several other different people and like trying to keep it all together, keeping everyone's business almost separate? Drink on that one.
That's another hurdle.
Yeah.
You know, at one point I had to say, all right, none of this shit. I have to focus on myself, rebalance,
Yep.
and figure out my playing field, figure out my foundation.
Yeah.
So it was hard.
Yeah.
It was hard, but just focus.
Yeah.
Like, the focus has to be there. Like,
I feel like it's easier when you are aligned. Your platform is like, you know what your platform is. Your mental health, your physical health, your
Yes.
spiritual health is aligned. And then when you're good, you can make sure all your
it
other
makes it
people-
so much easier.
Yeah. How important is it to keep a good circle around you? Like the people you surround yourself with.
Okay. Now,
Which is hard in this industry because we meet so many people that portray themselves as one and then act a whole different way later on or whatever, you know?
now I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, be real, please.
With this industry, people are fickle.
Yeah.
They, you know, I have women that I have met when I first moved here, that I've known when I first was in the industry, and I don't talk to them now.
Right.
But, you know, it's all love on my end, but you just have to know with people,
Yep.
they're going to come and go. And like, you know, I tell you, if someone's in your life, I know it sounds bad to say use someone, but you guys should be using each other.
A mutual thing, like you should
To
be getting
elevate.
something out of it.
Yes.
Right.
And, you know, a lot of people, that was another obstacle too, because I was like meeting different people and building relationships and not using those relationships like they were using me.
Right.
So it's like, that was another like, damn it, I thought we were friends, but you have to remember, this is all business.
And you're giving and giving and giving, and then at some point you realize you're not getting what you're giving in return.
It has to be
Mutual.
It has to be. Because if not, you're just going to be giving.
Right.
Giving.
Giving.
Fierce.
Giving. Yeah.
giving. And you'll be like, God damn it, why am I not elevating? Why am I not elevating?
Why am I staying stagnant?
Yes, and you have to get around the right people that it's a balance. Like, it can't just be, okay, Elicionne, okay, Fierce, you know how to do all the work.
Right.
I'm just the pretty face, or I know how to get you in it. No. It has to be
A mutual thing.
yes.
Right.
Or else it's not going to work.
Okay, right. So how hard would you say, like, your boyfriend brought the industry, like, made it make sense to you? How hard is it to maintain a relationship in this industry, especially when you're both in the same industry?
At first, you know, in the beginning it was like really easy because I was like, I didn't know like I knew stuff, but I was more so still stuck in the model mind frame in Seattle. So I wasn't really like, I didn't really care too much about certain stuff. But once we started like getting more in depth into our relationship and growing as career individuals, you know, it was like, oh my gosh, I'm starting to take notice of different stuff. Like, why is this girl just sitting here just like, I've had girls, just know.
Right.
Girls sit there and like where he's doing a walkthrough, and a girl just we're sitting like this, me and Extreme, and the girl just comes right there and just starts twerking with no drawers on, no nothing. I'm like, okay, like, do you know this? Do you know her?
Right.
Like, what? Get your ass on! What the fuck are you doing?
Right.
You know, but there have been times I have to just, you know, I have to understand that, like,
that's the lifestyle that they think he lives.
He's a rapper, and there's people that are gonna desire him, want him, and that's what this is about. That's what entertainment is about. It's just like, you know, it's just maintaining that focus and, you know, just keeping in the back of your head that, okay, boom, this is a rapper. We are in the entertainment industry, because there are men that come at me. Right. You know, like, oh my gosh, I just want to, like, whoa, I have a boyfriend.
Right.
Whoa.
Right.
You know, I'm taking, but it's
crazy.
It's cray.
So in the industry, it's kind of hard to stay positive when we hear a lot of negative feedback or negative comments on your Instagram or whatever it is, or even negative comments about your artist, not only just about you, or conflicts between other people and your artist. How do you like brush that off, or do you let it affect you, or do you kind of brush it off, and how do you just maintain a solid energy?
You know how many people talk about my artists? They come to me like, I don't like it. I'm like, I don't care. I'll just listen, and sometimes when people come to me about my artists, I'll take heed. Yeah. Listen to what they say. Right. And if it's relevant, then okay, boom. But if not, then it's just okay, honey.
Learning how to brush things off, I think, is super important in the industry. Take everything with a grain of salt, because it says like everyone is going to have an opinion, and it may not fall in line with yours or what you got going on or who you're working with or who you're working for. And it's just like everyone wants to say something. And I think, like, at that point you have to realize, like, not everyone is for you. No. And not every job is for you, and not everyone's for your client or whatever. And so it's like, okay, I hear what you're saying, but brush it off. And I think you're really good at that. Like, and we've had things in the radio and things like that go down, and it's just like, me at first I'm like, what? Like, I have that whole bitch what? But you're like, okay, you know, like, thank you.
Oh no, before? No.
Yeah, talk about how it used to be and how it is now.
No, before I did not, like, bitch, what?
Right.
No, like, who the fuck? And right. You know, but as you grow in the industry, you have to learn that, okay, some people are just weirdos. Some people grew up different than I did. So, you know, and me being from Seattle and being in Atlanta, it's totally different. The people are different. The environment is totally different. The way they handle things are totally different. Right. So I had to learn that, okay, not everybody is the same. I can't fucking cuss everybody out that makes me upset. Right. I can't give them standing bitch face and all that. I can't do that because it's gonna fuck up my business. Right. You know, so I just had to learn to, okay, all right. I mean, if it's not affecting my health, affecting my pockets, or affecting my family or my friends, right? Oh, bitch, get your ass on. Go. Move on. Right. There's just some things you learn to brush off, and some things you handle. You know, it's just everything you handle differently. Yeah. Being a woman, a black woman in the industry, in a male-based industry, how
do you handle when guys try to, like, how do you defer when they're trying to help you or try to help you, you know, and trying to, you know, they come at you and they act like, okay, well, I have this and I can offer you this and I can help you here, but in the long run, you know, it's like there's an ending story that's not going to happen.
My thing is,
and especially being in a relationship.
Yeah, I have had like maybe 2 instances where, you know, they thought like, oh, I can give you this, but my thing is, I'm always gonna bring something to the table. So you can never ever in your fucking life come to me and say, oh, I'll give you this, and you can never do that.
Right.
You can't play me like one of these girls that need something for free.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, that's why I tell all my ladies, like, okay, relationship brings something to the table, but in business, always be like, if you're planning on dealing with someone, always be like, hey, well, look, if you don't have the means financially to pay for this service or pay, well, look, I have this, and this
right.
that we can barter,
figure it out.
But you're not gonna sit here and think you're gonna offer me anything for free,
right?
And
or take
like,
your morals and respect away. Yeah,
no,
exactly.
it's just not. I'm sorry, like.
Yeah. When I first moved here, which was in May, I moved here for management, this modeling manager, this, that, and third. And I thought it was going to be sweet. No, this man was a creep. I'm not going to name drop, but it just turned into like, okay, well, you're bringing this to the table, but I want this. And I'm like, well, that's against my character. One, you know, I'm not... what I bring to the table should be enough, you know, and you're not really giving me much that I can't get by myself.
Exactly.
And I think a lot of men feel like they can offer us more than what we already have, and it's not even true. It's not even necessary to say, because it's like we didn't come to you begging. You, like, a lot of the times they come to us and oh, we can do this, we can do that. I'm
not the right person for you.
Right.
Because I'm sorry, if you are giving me anything for free, 10 times out of 10, I'm giving. I don't like it when people, like, I have a hard time with people doing stuff for me for free. Like,
you're one of those people who don't like to take anything from anybody because you want to get it yourself. No matter the longer, and that's I agree too, because like no matter how much longer it's going to take me to get to a certain spot that I want to be in, I'll take that extra time instead of having to do anything that's against my morals or my rights myself. Not saying that certain things are bad for other people, but that's not me.
No, some people, they don't have nothing to offer.
Right.
Busting it wide open. Right. They don't have nothing to offer but a blowjob. Right. They don't have nothing to offer, you know what I'm saying? Like, but getting naked in front of the camera.
Exactly.
That's all they have to offer. But you ladies and fellas, like, you doing business with people, you have to have, like, if you don't have no cash to pay for what you need and you are wanting this, then you guys need to be a team. This needs to be your fucking
and show that you're worthy of it. Right. Exactly. Would you say that it's harder in Atlanta for women, African American women, to be in this industry and come up?
You know, I don't think it's hard at all. I mean, just from me, I mean, it's hard for like artists, but if you have a solid team, it's easy. I feel like with women, we have the advantage in Atlanta, even though majority of the top paying jobs, the top positions are filled by men. Right. But we still have women that are, they are running shit. Okay? Right. Like Ava DuVernay, like, she's a prime example of a black woman that said, hey, I'm about to go for it. Right. And she went for it, and of course she had people that was there to help her. Right. But she's putting out some greatness. Like, you're going to get you're gonna do just fine if you get behind it.
If you're doing so that's like a huge thing, and like I was hoping you were gonna say honestly no, because it's just like as long as you're doing what your goal is and you're working towards it and you're putting the effort to get what you want, like, and it's like not even like you're asking, like, even if you don't have all the money to get to the level you want, you need to have the work, the passion, the grind, the time to back up what you are lacking. Right. And then at one point, once you're not your strong suit, like something that's lacking at one point, you need to make that your strong suit in the next go. Yes. Next time you go around, it needs to be perfect, you know? Don't ever take some type of a weakness and just keep it, like that's my weakness. No, make that weakness like your strongest point next time. And I think that's super important, and especially for women, because like we take things so serious and we let it hurt us, and we, negative things.
We can't be like, ladies, we gotta stop being so fucking soft. Like, especially in business, we cannot be like soft.
Right.
Like, when we're soft and not like, it just shows weakness. Like, you're weak. Like, don't be hella emotional. Like, I know shit be getting on people's nerves. Maybe some shit makes you want to cry, but do not show the motherfuckers your tears.
Right.
Don't.
Right.
Like, just
feel how you feel, but on your own time.
On your own time. Okay, that's some personal shit.
Right.
Keep it personal.
Right. How do you feel about competition when all of our platforms is based on unity? We try to bring women together on Baddies Incorporated. I try to bring artists and entrepreneurs together in meetings and mimosas, and you do the same thing with music and managing and artists and stuff. Like, how do you handle competition when we're trying to bring unity? I feel like women, especially artists, anybody, like entrepreneurs, it's so much like, I want to be better than her, I want to have more money than her, I want to do this more than her. Like, it's a good drive, but why can't we be together, you know what I mean? And I feel like we talk about this a lot on the radio and like coming together, and that's like a huge point in what we want to do on Baddies Incorporated. How do you handle that?
Honestly, I don't see competition.
Right.
Honestly, if a woman is doing good, a man is doing good. I'm gonna take what they're doing and see how I can make it better and make it my own.
Right.
As far as competition, like, I do believe in healthy competition. Like,
right.
Being competitive in a healthy spirit.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as seeing someone else and like, ooh, I want to be better, no. It's like, I'm looking up to people like Oprah.
Right.
Like,
same.
Like, you can't look at your peers and be like, I'm in competition. Like, you guys are all on the same playing field until you get past Oprah.
Right.
Like, we're just gonna use Oprah as the example, but once you get past Oprah status, like, Oprah wasn't seeing no competition. She didn't see competition.
Right.
She only seen herself elevating. She only seen herself going to the next level. She only seen herself, okay, I need to learn this knowledge so I can be the #1 talk show host.
Right.
I need to seal these deals and get the top what is it called, the top people to bring in stuff for my show.
Yeah.
Like, you can't look at competition. Like, I tell everybody that I come in, because they be like, oh, you ain't worried about this show, or you ain't worried about that girl.
Right. We hear it all the time.
Is she worried about me?
Right. And it's like, that's how I feel. I don't have the time to worry about really anybody else right now. When everything is popping off in my life, I don't have the time to sit and judge you that you're not where I am, or I want to be where you are. It's not about you. It's not about anybody like bigger than me. It's about me being on my shit and like me doing like. Just because you're here and a certain, like someone, my friends are buying houses and doing this and this and that, like, that's your perfect life for you right now. Everyone's perfect life and timing is different. And I think it's a hard understanding for this industry, because like, if you want it and you're doing what you need to do to get it, it's going to come to you.
Yeah, especially if you are like staying at it. Like,
you're on your shit constantly and not giving up. Like, it will come to you. It may not be at the same time as your friend or same time as your influence, whatever. But it's gonna come. If you're doing what you need to do and you're staying on it and you're constantly doing it, it's going to come.
Oh.
And it's like time frames make people crazy.
I don't put any, like, as far as like what I want to accomplish, I don't put a time frame on things because it just makes me anxious.
Crazy anxious.
It makes me go into a mode that that's something that I had to learn. Like, Elicionne, you can't put no time restrictions on you. Like, just say, hey, you need to get this done, you need to get this done, and you need to get it done. It's
more of a goal than like a set, like I have to do this now type of thing. Like I have a goal that I need to do.
Exactly.
And accomplishing it. Who would you say is your biggest, or what is your biggest influence in your life as to like making sure your goals are met? Maybe as a kid or even now.
Okay, I'm about to get really, like, I tell y'all not to get emotional and stuff, but my parents.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, my dad. My dad will always tell me, like, he'll say, kick it. Like, oh, kick it, Elicionne. When I tell him the things that I'm doing, he'll be like, oh, kick it, Elicionne, live your life. My mom, she's still here. She would tell me, Elicionne, do everything. Do fucking everything.
Right.
And I seen my mom start her business, like, because I lived in New York. Mm-hmm. We moved from New York to Seattle. And I see my mom start her cleaning business, a cleaning business from the ground up with nobody's help but me and my little sister. So like just seeing that, and then my father, he did plumbing. He started his own little plumbing thing, and like he was making bank, bank, bank. Okay. So seeing those two like going for like people's normal goals are like, I want to be a plumber, I want to own a fucking cleaning business, but seeing people like seeing them going for their goals and accomplishing it. Like now my mom owns a store. She's an amazing woman. It's like she inspires me just to keep on doing stuff, and she always tells me, Elicionne, do fucking everything, because you don't know what is your calling. You don't know if making upholstering chairs is your passion. You don't know. Right. Like you don't know. So those are my two biggest like influences. But as far as in the industry, Oprah, that's mine too. Yes. Yeah. I met her a couple times. Really? Yes. I was on set of Selma, that Selma movie. Okay. So I met her on there, and then on Greenleaf, the set of Greenleaf. So
that is so dope.
You know, you sit there and you fucking your vision board, your meditation, your affirmations, all that. It's gonna come. Right. It's going to come. And even with the whole Oprah thing, like I used to look up to her until I got to some areas where I already crossed what she's done. Yeah. You know, okay, I could go on to the next. Yeah. You know, I don't have to look as hard, but you know,
it's just to have like a good motivator, like something in your life. She's mine too, and especially with our talk shows and like motivating other people. It's like, okay, so we have all these talents and we are good at a lot of different things. It's like building that unity for other people and building platforms for other people to do that. So my next question is like, how do you want your peers to see you as an influencer? Like, what is one big thing that you want people to get from you?
I would say just staying motivated, staying at your goals. Right. I want people, women that are men, whoever, kids, and they're looking at me, and I want them to take my work ethic, the things that I'm doing, I want them to like embody it. Like if you listen to like my radio shows, if you listen to my other interviews that I've done on other podcasts, you'll see that, okay, Elicionne is all about motivating, is all about doing like positive, like putting good into the world.
Staying into your passion and like putting like the words that you're saying into action constantly.
Yes, constantly, yes.
Yeah. So getting back into more of like the lifestyle of your career choice in the industry, you know, we're kind of go out a lot and like promoting, whether it's yourself, your artist, anything, you know, your job. Is like going out, is that a part of your lifestyle that you like, or are you more of like a homebody that goes out for work?
Okay. Now, I used to be a promoter. I told you that back home and in Dallas. But I wasn't actually like promoting. I was behind the CEO of the company. I was basically like the assistant to him or whatever. So I have played an assistant role. So the mimosas. What the hell did you just say? Look, I'm like, the mimosa. Look, I don't drink.
Is that your lifestyle?
Oh yeah, lifestyle. Okay, so no, it's not.
No.
But I did start off promoting. Look, I'm sorry, man. Look, I did start off promoting. So going out and being in the nightlife, it's like, okay, whatever. But now, like, there was a point in time where I went out 179 days straight. Can you imagine?
No.
And it was promoting an album and promo tour. So like serious. So but now I would rather just stay in the house and work on my computer.
And like if I'm not getting paid to go out, I'm not doing it.
Man, I mean, unless my boyfriend is
unless but you know, and
or
birthdays, right? My birthday is like a holiday. You know, I do Taurus gang. So what advice would you have to anybody in this industry coming up, whether it's radio personality, whether it's music management, whether it's just an entrepreneur in general? What advice to keep and hold on to aim towards success?
2 things.
Okay.
Go for it, and don't be afraid to go for it.
Right.
Wait, don't be afraid to go for it. Go for it.
Right.
A lot of times I got to a point where I was afraid to do, like, I let my fears stop me. And then I was like, why the fuck am I scared of this?
Right.
Why am I afraid? So I said, fuck it. And I went for it.
Right.
Fuck my fears. Okay?
Right.
Fear is like, the only thing that stops a human being is the fear. Like, if we just say, man, fuck this. I'm gonna go to these damn awards. I'm gonna fucking go and do an interview with Jay-Z.
Right.
And if you are setting your brain and your vibrations, your vibes are going saying, hey,
you got
Jay-Z, come to my life. Jay-Z, come to my life. I'm not gonna say no names, but there's an artist that's really, 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 really big. And he's starting a record label. And I was doing some manifestation type shit, you know. I was. And now every morning when I wake up, I'm seeing something about this person, a message from this person. Like, you have to really put it out there. Like, hey, I want this job. I want this. This is my goal. This is me. And once you do that, you'll see like different, it's like
a path.
Oh my gosh, I can see clear now. You know, yes. So it's like, even like, just do it. Fuck. I was a singer at one point in time.
You still are. Okay, we hear you on the vocals on the radio.
But I'm saying, like, I will never get up there on no damn stage.
Right.
But I've been there. I've went for it. I've gone for it.
Right.
I've been on stage when there was 10,000 people and they're like, sing Elicionne. I've done that.
Right.
I'm good. So it's like, you know, if you just go for it, because you never know if this is for you. You
Right.
never know what is for you. Like,
don't be afraid to fail, because it's gonna happen.
Yes, it's
Even
gonna
if it is for you, even if it is the end goal and this is what you're going to do, failing is going to happen along the way. Like the process of getting your ass back up, picking your pieces up and building the picture back over again, that's the part like that's going to keep you going.
it's all learning. It's all learning. It's all, take it as a learning experience. Like learning. Like,
Right.
I tell you, just go for it. Go for it. And fuck your fears.
Final question, Elicionne. So how would you define success? It's different for everybody, but how would you define it?
I feel like success can't be defined just to one person.
Right.
If you are living out your dreams, healthy, and empowering other people, I feel like that is a form of being successful.
Right.
Because we as humans, we have to each one teach one. We're living on this earth, like we're human beings. So yeah, that's a short. I could go, you know. I could go with.
Right. All right. Well, thank you so much, Elicionne, for coming to Meetings and Mimosas.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, and thank you for being my co-host on the radio on Tuesdays, and then we're a part of Baddies Incorporated. We're gonna be some boss ladies doing some boss things all the time. So cheers to you, and cheers to me, and cheers to Meetings and Mimosas.
Wait, hold on, let me get some of this sugar. Ooh. Get into it.
Yeah. Good.
Give it to me.
Okay.
These are mimosas.
Yeah.